Hey, what's going on, guys? Hex here, and today we're taking a look at the DC Icon Series number 5, The Flash. Now, this guy obviously comes with one of the coolest props thus far, which is the treadmill. So it comes in two different pieces. We'll take a look at that here in a bit. But he also comes with two additional hands. So he comes with the pair of hands here, which are both the same, which are the karate chop hands or slash him running really fast. He also comes with a fist, which I think is important for him to have for whenever he gets into fight with bad guys, so he can, run around and you can pose him other than just on the treadmill where he's getting in fights and, hits the guy. Would have been cool to have an additional fist hand, but instead we get this hand where, I don't know, it's like the Darth Vader I'm going to choke you out hand. I'm not really sure what to call it yet. We can just go with that. But it does go back and forth here. Each one of them do, and they also rotate in the wrist. Now, one of the things I wanted to kind of show is, starting off this guy, coming out of the package, I thought that he had some of the better leg ball joints to kind of hold himself up, and I was like, this is cool because I want to put him on one foot and kind of distribute his weight to where it looks like he's running. Unfortunately, it started to wear down and this one pose before I could start filming, so I can only think that over time it's going to get weaker and weaker, so that's going to be something that some clear nail polish is going to have to take care of, and you'll probably have to use it on yours as well. But I guess this is a okay, decent pose. What I was trying to do is lean him over and then have this leg out like this, but as you can kind of see, he starts to kind of go down, down, and he goes further and further. So, yeah, kind of shake it a little bit. You see that he keeps on going back down. So I think that it's more with this knee joint, I guess, maybe, than the ball joints here in the legs, but, you know, it just keeps on going down. The other thing is with the treadmill, I would have liked it if the peg hole here would have been a little bit more towards the middle, because this, it looks like he's just about to run off of it. Also, whenever you try to distribute the weight, you can see that it starts to kind of pull down at this end and lifts up at this section here just because of the weight distribution. So as you can see, it kind of just starts to fall off. So something they could have done a little bit better on. With the peg claw, I would have moved it over here, so the weight problem would have been better. Also, if, I don't know how thick that is, but if they could have made it to where it would fit a little bit better and made sure the knees were super tight on this guy. So there's some mods you could probably do as far as clear fingernail polish to make this guy, tighter in the joint so you can get those poses that you want. Or you can just kind of let that, which is probably what I'm going to do. That doesn't look too bad. If you let that foot back there like that, then it kind of works out with the distribution as far as the weight, and it's also not going to wear out the knee. So I just wanted to bring that to your guys' attention. But let's take a look at the prop or the accessory piece, the treadmill here. First off, this thing looks really good. I like the colors that they used here with the kind of the black on top of this dark blue. Then they painted the insides, which I was really surprised with, and I was like, okay, everything looks really nice there. Everything's clean, no splotches anywhere. And you can see up here they even painted the little buttons, which are really cool. So I thought that was nice, the little sides. But then to flip it on the back, and you see there's paint here too, so you can paint down the sides on both sides here, and then paint on the back. And you get a little bit of paint down here too. So I was really surprised to see that they put that much paint into just the treadmill, this little prop piece, which was kind of surprising. Now it's hollow. You can definitely tell because it's extremely light. But kind of moving that to the side, taking a look at the figure itself, I'm a little bit disappointed with it. We just looked at Mr. Miracle, and that thing was just covered in paint. And I kind of thought with the Icon series, the Flash, that he was going to be like all red paint, and I was just like, oh man, it's gonna look so sweet. And unfortunately, it's not. It's just red plastic. And where the yellow is and the white, you do get some paint. But while we're speaking of it, well, come here. The places that you did paint with the yellow, with the lightning going around here. It's a little bit sloppy. It's not terrible, but it's, where the little bit that you did have paint, you kind of botched up on it a little bit. The belt, it seems to be all right. There's a little bit of blotched up paint right there, but the emblem looks good. And this yellow down here, it's paint on top. You know, the bottom of them are it's actually yellow, but there's yellow paint on top of it. So one little issue that I have with the guy, you know, I would have preferred to have this guy completely red paint and not even have the treadmill accessory piece, even though I think it's cool and we just looked at how well detailed it is. The figure is more important, in my opinion, than having a really cool accessory or prop piece. So just kind of giving you a little 360 of him. The other thing that I know some people have some issues with are the eyes. While they do look like they're, you know, kind of dead on, they're a little bit small. So would have liked it if they were a little bit thicker. I think that this might be the first character to where we actually do have some eyeballs, because Batman's were just all white, and I think Green Arrow's was white, Mr. Miracle's was white as well. Deadman, I think his was white too. But as far as height comparison, we'll bring in a couple of different guys here if we can get the Flash to stand up. So we've had him bent over the entire time, you know, trying to do a running pose, but here he is with what are considered 6-inch figures from some different lines. Here's also DC Collectibles, Animated Series Batman, and 6-inch Boba Fett. So, as far as articulation, the guy does have the ball joint in the head, which it does rotate and goes back and forth. So, quite a bit of movement there. Shoulders, that much out. Rotate here at the bicep. He does have the double jointed elbows, as you can see right there. The wrists, they do rotate. They go back and forth. The chest, and this is also, I guess, kind of considered where the waist would rotate. So it just rotates there. You don't have any paint in here, so you don't have to worry about it rubbing off paint like you did with Mr. Miracle. And then you also have this waist piece that goes all the way forward so you can crunch over. Then you have the legs, which are on ball joints, and they just forward, not really back any because of the butt, but they go out. The knees are actually a lot more double jointed than the previous figures, so which was kind of surprising. If you look at the way the knees designed with this guy and so far the other ones, it kind of comes to a point there. He has a little bit of extra to where he can go all the way back, so which is kind of cool, him being the Flash. So that's you know, something new for him that the other ones didn't have. Then the boot, it does rotate here. Foot goes front and back, and it rotates side to side. So. But there's a little look at him. He's cool. I'm glad I have him. He could have been better. The accessory piece, you know, the treadmill, it's pretty cool. It could have been better. But there's a little look at him. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.